Hello and welcome to another episode of Georgia's Chiro Connection. I'm your host, Dr. Cathy, and today it is such an honor to be able to bring to you our new president, Dr. Dan Tew. Hey, Dr. Dan.
Hey, Dr. Cathy. How are you?
Good.
I'm doing great. Just finished up the morning shift and, excited to chat with you guys for a couple of minutes.
Well, I'm excited to chat with you too, because being on the board, I get the privilege of knowing a little bit more about your vision during your presidency. But I think it's important for all of the docs in Georgia right now and all of our members that are located in other states to really understand what is it that you're going to bring to the table? What's your vision for the Georgia Council of Chiropractic?
Sure. So first of all, I do want to just say thank you, obviously, for having me on here and for taking the time out of your day to do this. I really appreciate all of that. So talking about vision and kind of where the GCC is going, number one, making it abundantly clear that this is really a huge just passing of the baton. Like the leaders that came before us have just been phenomenal. Dr. Lieberman that preceded me, and Dr. Awais that preceded him, and Dr. Bobby Braille, who's an absolute legend in chiropractic, preceding all of us. It's really just hey, let's just keep running with this amazing thing that's already been cultivated. But I got to tell you that one of the biggest things that I want to make sure that we're doing as an organization, first and foremost, my priority for the GCC is making sure that we're being a resource for our Georgia chiropractors. I mean, that's kind of where it all starts, right? So becoming a sounding board for them, okay, making sure that we're filling any needs that the Georgia chiropractors have, and making sure that we provide opportunities for you guys as members of the GCC, or even if you're not members of the GCC, to be able to reach out to us and with any questions, concerns, even giving us advice on things that we can do to make your experience as a chiropractor better in the state of Georgia is always going to be one of our number one focuses at the GCC.
And I like that you say that, because we have so many students here, being fortunate to have Life University in our state, and we have Sherman and, the next state over. We have so many students that are local to this area, or that may be considering staying in Georgia after they graduate, or coming to Georgia when they graduate, that this information is relevant because it's not just for the practicing doctor, it's for everyone that's going to be in the profession. So it's good to be able to get this information to the students as well as the docs.
Yeah, for sure. And, we have historically done a lot to, I guess you'll say, cater to the students, because we know, they're the next generation. They're the people that are then going to be taking, the torch from us in the next, 10, 20, 30 years, whatever it might be. And we want to help be the ones that help develop them in what they are in chiropractic, and develop those new leaders in that, and, take on that task. So, the GCC has done a lot of that over the years. We've hosted, I can't even tell you how many, events to help students understand, ways to open up practices, promote their practices, keep their practices legal. Like all of those things are vitally important, especially as you're transitioning out of, the academic kind of paradigm into the real world practice kind of paradigm.
Oh, absolutely. And I know we're going to talk about some of the events later, but I know there's a little bit more about the vision for GCC that I kind of want to dig into with you, because I know you've got such a momentum going already. And yes, you are building on the momentum from the previous presidents, but the momentum that you've stepped into and how you've added to it has just been amazing, because there's so much conversation going on now amongst the board, and bringing more people in and bringing people to the board meeting. So talk a little bit more about your vision and what you see unfolding in the next few years.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, other than being a resource for Georgia chiropractors, it really is my desire to, I don't know if you would call it inspire or promote other chiropractors to start getting more and more involved in their local board. Obviously here in Georgia, we're talking about the GCC, but really anywhere, we need chiropractors to be stepping up and to be getting involved on a state level. I'm sure most of our listeners and people that tune into this kind of thing are aware of some of the things that are happening, around the world and even in this country. But the right to practice just principled chiropractic from a wellness standpoint is being challenged in a lot of places throughout the world. Australia is going through a huge thing right now, a huge battle where they're not allowed to, check kids, and where wellness type care is being threatened. Same thing is happening in Canada. And it's nice to think that, hey, that'll never come to Georgia, that'll never come to the United States. But we just know, throughout history that this stuff does tend to cycle. When it starts in one area, it tends to come through a profession, or tends to come through a population. And so we want to make sure that our organization and the other organizations that we support, organizations in Florida and in South Carolina, that we are as strong as we can possibly be, with as many members as we can possibly have, so that we have the ability to stand up whenever those things come to our state or come to the states around us, and we can say, hey, no, this is not right. This is not how we're going to be practicing chiropractic. We're not going to be bullied into this, and have the momentum, and have the resources, have the money, have the membership, have all of it that goes into fighting those types of battles, and being there to stop that type of thing, so that, you guys as Georgia chiropractors, or chiropractors from wherever you are, can continue to enjoy the type of practice that you've cultivated, and support your communities in a way that you've been educating them for so many years that they need support. So
that is so true. And there's so much going on. And just think about how they've tried to change scope in other states. And
yep.
If it wasn't for organizations and different states rallying behind to try to assist and, prevent that from happening, things can change very rapidly in a profession. So Georgia, we stand in a very important and very critical position, because we have such a principled board to really make sure that things stay the way that chiropractic is supposed to be, that our scope does not change to something that does not resemble chiropractic.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's one of the things that we have to 100% focus on, and being diligent. We in Georgia are very fortunate. We have a very principled school here in Life University. We have a lot of principled students that graduate and stay here in the state. And we love that, because a lot of docs that we talk to from around the country, I'm heavily involved in DE, as I know you are. A lot of these people are on an island out there, and they don't really know what to do. We're super fortunate in Georgia to have super like-minded, amazing, involved chiropractors. But even us, we can't rest on that. We can't just kind of sit on our, hey, my practice is going great. We have to make sure we're staying involved. And it is one of the things that I'm going to urge. And, I was thinking about this today when I knew we were going to be talking about this, because, it's kind of the old, oh, he wants us to join, or he wants our money, that kind of thing. And the truth of the matter is, you're right. Like, if that's what's going through your mind as you're hearing me say these things, the burden of necessity, or the burden of truth, is on us, the people that are already involved. And I'm taking that on 100%. Okay. If you are not involved in the GCC, or you don't think that you need to be involved in the GCC, know that we're going to be coming to you to chat with you. Know that we're going to be putting things in place so that we can definitely help you understand why you might want to be involved. And if it's not the right time for you, we get it, but we want you to know that we're here, and we will be here for you. And the burden of truth, the burden of necessity, is going to be placed back on us to help you understand, as a consumer, why you would want to be a part of our organization, why you'd want to be a part of this principled movement.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. And I'm resonating with that saying that, we all have a duty to give back to the profession that gives us so much. And I think being a member of the GCC is one good step in the right direction to make sure that not only is our voice heard, but that if you're not participating on a board level or on a committee level, or you're not showing up at events, that at least you're funding the people who are doing it, and you're funding the direction that the board is going, and the Georgia Council is going. This way we can make sure that we keep our profession heading in the right direction. So I really appreciate that aspect of it. Can you talk to us a little bit about some of the events that you have planned for the upcoming year?
Definitely. So we have a lot of awesome stuff. Every year is a lot of fun with the GCC. So number one, we obviously have continuing education coming up for Georgia Chiros. Guys, you can get all of your CE through the Georgia Council of Chiropractic, and support us financially through that endeavor, and get really high quality CE. Okay. Just yesterday, one of our main sponsors, Dr. Telcott got on with you and gave a 45-minute lecture on one of the biggest things that's coming up in chiropractic that a lot of people aren't even aware is happening, which is the No Surprise Act that's happening in the GCC. I'm sorry, in the state of Georgia. And we don't have time to go into all of that, but you know, we have those types of resources available. Our entire CE we have tried so hard over the last 10 years to develop it to really cater to what chiropractors need in their practice. Okay, this is not just coming to sit through the same old boring spiel year after year, month after month, whatever it might be. We give you tons of technique. We give you tons of relevant science. We give you, like Dr. Ty gave to us yesterday, a ton of how to keep your practice safe. Our executive director, her husband, Lee Frazier, can teach you all about how to keep your system safe from a cybersecurity standpoint. I mean, we really are trying to hit all of the bases so that people can stay doing the things that they love and not have to worry about all this stuff, and enhance their ability to deliver chiropractic through their practices. So we have a lot of events. We have, I think, 5 or 6 continuing education events. Every single one of them you could just sit through and be done with your CE for the year, okay? We also have fun events coming up. We have Cinco de Chiro. We've been doing that every year. That's like a philosophy jam in May, okay? We have, what do we have? We have a cornhole tournament coming up in June. And then also we have our golf tournament coming up towards the end of the year. That has turned out to be one of the best events that the GCC has invested time in. And just a shout out to our board member Wade Port, who has really spearheaded that. I mean, this guy works all year round to put on one of the best golf tournaments that I've ever been involved in. And we're raising thousands of dollars to give to chiropractic research. We're raising thousands of dollars to make sure that the state of Georgia stays safe. We're raising thousands of dollars for other charities throughout the community. I mean, this is real deal stuff, and we would love for you guys to be more involved in it.
I love it. There are so many great events that go on through the GCC. And of course, you can get all the information about the different events at our website, which is georgiachiropractic.org. It is on your screen below. It'll be in the link as well. And there's just so many things going on. But one of the ones that I really want to touch on before I let you go, because I know you got to get back to patients, is one of our new announcements of our new member benefits that was just announced yesterday with Dr. Ty and Dr. Dan. I'd love to hear you talk about this one a little bit.
Yeah. So again, if you head over to, I think it's on our website. Is that right, Kathy? So
Yes.
there's now a portal on our website. This is just one of the things that we're trying to help people navigate. Okay. Compliance is a big issue in chiropractic. Okay. It's something that as a clinic owner, as a business owner, and as a responsible doctor and chiropractor, you need to face head on. Okay. But the topic is so layered. It's so unbelievable. I mean, it takes like experts to help us understand this stuff. So now we have a resource for you. Okay. You head over to our website. Dr. Ty has put together a whole slew of white papers on all the different topics that you need to absolutely make sure that you're covered in your office in terms of compliance, in terms of HIPAA. He has a ton of 5-minute videos. Yesterday, he spent 45 minutes on this call or on this video, just making sure that people understood this one new thing that's coming into our scope or into our realm. So it's an amazing benefit. And there's obviously going to be more to come. There's already more benefits on there, but that's just the newest one that I'm aware of. So.
And that one is fantastic. And docs, if you missed that Chiro Connection yesterday, then just go back on our Facebook page and watch that, or check it out on YouTube, because Dr. Ty really went over not just the this No Surprises Act, but he went over it in detail on how it could really impact your practice. And he went over the HIPAA safe harbor laws. So I want you to really listen to that stuff, because I had my staff listening to it, because it was definitely eye-opening. It is a surprise what they have passed on the federal level. There are lawsuits against it, but in the meantime, we do have to make sure that we are honoring what it says in this No Surprises Act. So check that out. That's on your Georgia Chiro Connection video from yesterday. You can find that on our Facebook page as well as on our YouTube channel. But Dr. Dan, any closing words before we let everybody get back to their days and before I let you get back to your patients?
Yeah, absolutely. My wife will kill me that I did this, but my cell phone number is 716-200-7264. And I'll ask Kat to put that in the comments somewhere. Feel free to reach out to me personally at any point in time. I do have 2 clinics that I run. So if I don't answer, just leave a message and I will absolutely call you back. We want to be a resource for you in the next couple of years and into the future for forever. But we want to make sure that you understand that we are here for you. Okay. So reach out to me, reach out to anybody on the board, reach out to Kat at our main office. We would love to support you guys in any way that we can. And, we love you because you love the things that we love.
Love it. Much appreciation to you.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you to everybody for joining us. Check out our website. Again, it's georgiachiropractic.org. Check out our YouTube and our Facebook to find out more information and to watch more videos. And we look forward to seeing you again on the next episode of Georgia Chiro Connection. Bye, everybody.
Awesome. Thanks.